Hi, everyone. I don't know if I don't think I'm late. Nope, it says I have 6:59 here. How you doing there, Heath and John from Schuylkill River? How's it going? I would have probably been in here a little earlier, but I was trying out some features and something went wrong. And I had to restart the computer and start all over again. So I'm here. So hi, Art. How you doing? Good evening. PDR engineer. John from Schuylkill River Valley and Heath from Humanity Junction. Spelt like Human City. Otis Tooley, how you doing tonight? Welcome to On Track Tuesday, March the 2nd. From Princeton, West Virginia, God's country. Hello, Steve, 87th PSAP. M&M Shortline, Marty. Ian from Lehigh River Subdivision, how's it going? Anthony from Georgia Sunbelt is in the house. Brian from Iron Horse Route is here. Good evening, good evening. Excuse me. I'm half afraid to try to do what I was going to do. It kind of throws a clink to things. I'll just try it a different way. I was trying to hook up a different camera, and I wanted to do a view here for later on, and it just wasn't working. All of a sudden, my screen just went blank no matter what I did, and it wasn't doing nothing. So I rebooted the computer, and that seemed to straighten up the problem. So wait for a few more people to get in here. We got, it says 17 watching. Dwayne's Fork and Spoon, how's it going? I got the trains out here. They're doing all kind of crazy things, and the engineer tonight decides he wants to blow the horn a lot. You'll probably hear it quite a few times. Hi, it's Shane from Shane's Trains. How's it going? Digger Evans, my buddy from across the pond. How's it going? Hear it? I don't know if you can hear it or not. This new engine they've got, this, well, you seen it in my Not Bad yesterday at the beginning. That black engine, it's got awesome horns. It doesn't have anything else. It's got a nice, loud, awesome horn. CV Railroad in HO Skill. How you doing tonight? Welcome. Glad to have you here on Track Tuesday tonight. Redbird Tony. You know, Tony, I was going to wait to do this, but I'm going to start it right now. I wish you a quick recovery, buddy. Boy, what rotten luck. If you guys don't know, if you haven't seen his video, Tony, was last week, or I think it was last week, he slipped on the ice, went down, and broke his hip. And they had to give him a hip replacement. Man, how much bad luck can you have? But I wish you the best, my friend, and quick recovery. I've been praying for you. You know, I seen that video and I was like, I seen it after I put out my not bad, so I didn't get to add it in the not bad. But I wish you all the best, my friend. It's going to be a long recovery, unfortunately. 8 weeks. 8 weeks. Well, I'm praying that the good Lord rushes it along. Get you down to, I'd like to see it in 2 weeks, but so would you. But gone. That's terrible there, Tony. I wish you all the best, my friend. I really do. Dwight Curley, how you doing tonight? Good to have you in here. But yeah, I saw that video, and it was, like I said, it was after I was doing not bad. And I said, oh, Tony put up a thing here, and I started watching. You're showing your room off, and then you start telling the story, and I'm like, oh man, how bad luck can you have? I was happy once I had the surgery, being moved around. Yeah. Let me put that up there. Yeah, he was happy he had the surgery. Me to move around with a broken hip was the worst. I can't even imagine. And I know they don't mean to be the people that are moving you around and stuff, but it does seem like while you're laying there, they're heartless. I know they're not meaning to be. They're trying to help you as best they can, but wow. Hey, Sparky's in the house. How you doing, Sparky? Good evening. Good evening, my good friend. Good evening, Dan. Who's Dan? Dan's Grand Valley. How you doing tonight, buddy? But yeah, I'll keep on praying for your recovery, brother. I really will. Good, nice, quick, painless recovery. I really will be. Oh, brother Vinny's in the house. Cousin Vin. How's it going? Container Man. Roy, how's it going, buddy? He's in the house. Nathan DeLay, my good friend. How you doing tonight? CP368. How's it going? So, makes me, I hate to say it, I feel a lot more fortunate. So far I've been lucky. I haven't took any bad spills of late. I took one here, what was it? That was 2016? I think it was 2016. I fell down off the back porch, went through the rails, tore the rails all up, landed on top of the gas grill that was sitting there, destroyed it, and then I hit head first on the concrete. And I was cut up, bruised, and beat up pretty bad. I think what saved me was I landed on my head. I had a cut back there. But I didn't realize what that fall did to me till a couple months later. Back on my back shoulder here, I kept getting this lump on my back. It kept getting bigger and bigger, and I was worried about it. I went to the doctor, and they took some biopsies and stuff. They says, well, we're not sure what it is. It doesn't look like it's cancerous, but it keeps getting bigger. It's got to come out of there. So they operated on me, and they took it out. It was a blood clot. A blood clot. It just kept getting bigger. It was about the size of a nice sized baseball when they took it out of my back. And But falls can be really rough. Carolina Foothills, how you doing tonight? CB Railroad and HO Scale. I think I did say hi to you earlier. Try Goglin. How's it going? Try not to miss all your names. It's 10 after already. I better get moving here. But anyhow, next week is Redbird Tony's turn. And if I got it right in my video, in your video, Tony, you said you're going to do it, but you're going to do it from the upstairs room there. So check in next week for Redbird Tony's live stream. Yeah. Here, I'll put it on the banner there, going across there for a while. And check him out next week, 7 p.m. Eastern. I don't know how I'll be moving around, if moving around much at all, but I'm sure he'll have something planned out for us. Yeah, you can't do 12 steps yet. I just can't imagine it. Pete Clark, how's it going tonight, everybody? Welcome. So check that out next week. And then the following week is Flying Crow, Robert. And then the week after that is Dave Thurber with the Crooked River and Eastern, who is coming along really great with his bench work and stuff. It's wow. He's moving right along. He's probably missing fooling around with some trains. I imagine he's in hyper mode now. So yeah, looking to see if there's anybody I missed. 35 in here. But anyhow, I want to give out a shout out to what I'd like to call the community leaders. Okay. And our community, we have a great community. I think we'll all agree on that. It's the railroad community. We get along. Even when we don't get along, we get along. I know that sounds dumb, but we don't have a lot of the drama and stuff that are going on in a lot of the other YouTube communities, other hobbies and stuff like that. We all seem to watch out for each other, try to help each other whenever we can with the hobby. Even when we have tragedies and stuff, guys will chip together and just amazing. It's just amazing. But I want to shout out a few people just for what they do with their videos and their live streams and so forth. That I know I do it. My channel, I do shout outs. Everybody knows it. So I shout out other channels in the community, usually their videos, but some of the bigger names, I don't give them shout outs because they usually don't need my shout out, to be honest with you. They speak for themselves. But I'm going to mention a few names here. First one I want to mention is in his most recent video is just phenomenal, is DJ Trains. DJ's Trains is a great channel. He does drone footage, layout, updates, how-tos. He goes and does layout tours, which this most recent one was a layout tour of a friend of his who's doing a Conrail layout from Pittsburgh to Altoona, and some of the scenes that he is creating and has created are just wow. I mean, and a lot of them aren't finished. They're just roughed in. But you know, if you know the area, which I do know the area that they keep talking about, he's nailing it. He's nailing it. And this is a guy and his son that are doing this in their basement. And it is pretty phenomenal. So if you haven't seen that video yet, that's a pretty cool video. Another guy who I don't want to embarrass him or anything like that, but is BNSF 6951, Cousin Benny. Benny, he does a lot of terrific stuff on his channel. His live streams, he does interviews, he does scratch build. He teaches us scratch building. He don't just show you scratch builds. He teaches us. I mean, and I think he really loves to teach us. And you can tell by the video and the way he does. And you learn so much from the man. And to top it all off, he has a magnificent layout of his own that he does tours of that. And it's great. Has people coming over, dropping and flopping at his house all the time. I don't know how he does that. I think he adopted Container Man. But hey, you're a great guy, Benny. Way to go. Next one I'm going to talk about is, well, we all know how I feel about Sparky. Sparky's another guy that just is terrific. He does all kind of things for the community. He's always talking great for the community. He shows us how-tos. He shows us crazy antics and makes us laugh. He puts together meet and greets that'll give you memories for the rest of your life. Way to go. Ron's Trains and Things is another one. Great channel. He teaches. He shows us little tips and tricks to help us along with our railroads. Good guy. Another one in that same area is Tom's Trains and Things. Tom, if you go to his playlist, if you have a problem on your railroad, chances are you'll find a video on Tom's playlist to help you out. And I'm pretty much anything. If you can't find your problem, get your problem figured out from Tom's Trains and Things playlist, then all you have to do is go to his live stream and ask him. And he will, and if you don't know the answer, he'll find out for you or direct you to somebody that can. Great guy. Great guy. Another one that has really influenced, a couple of these have influenced me over the years. Trackside Scenery. I don't know if you know that one, but Joey Ricard, he does some great videos on tips to building a layout as cheaply as possible. I mean, he shows some really cool tricks. I've learned all kind of neat little things from him, and they work, and they do work that anybody can do. Another one is Jason Jensen's Trains. If you're doing, he's big on Craftsman kits, but the tips, it's all the tips that he shows you, you can move it on to when you're building any kind of kit. A lot of it you can. Not all of it, but a lot of it you can. And I've learned some good little tricks from him. So, and I enjoy his videos. It just amazes you what he does with a Craftsman kit. The MRL crew, Model Railroading Live, which is the old YouTube model builders. Big Bill, Johnny, Andy, Ralph, and the whole gang up there. They do a terrific job of helping you out and teaching you. So if you're new to the hobby, you're new to my channel or whatever, you go to any one of these channels that I just mentioned. It'll help you out in just about anything that you're doing on your layout. And that's what makes our community so wonderful, I think. And I'll tell you, 3 other guys right off the top, the other 3 guys that does On Track Tuesday, plus one that isn't with us anymore, okay, which is Creative Rails. Any one of our guys, Flying Crow, Crooked River and Eastern, Redbird Tony, and Benny from Created Rails. If you get a hold of one of them, they'll answer your question as best of their ability or direct you to whoever if they don't know. Those guys, the talent between all those guys, I am just like totally honored that I sit in between all of them, because I'm just learning like a lot of you new guys are out there. I'm just learning too. And when I do something that looks really terrific, it blows my mind. And I couldn't have done none of it if I wouldn't have watched you guys do it. So Dale Bass, High Balling Hogger in the house. I see him just popped in here. How you doing tonight, my friend? So, and I'm sure every one of you have certain people, but these were just some that came off the top of my head that I said, you know what? Tonight I'm going to give some recognition to those people because they deserve it. They need it. There are so many good people out here. You can ask any one of these guys that are in the chat, any one of them, and if they can help you, they will. They will. That's just our community. You know, and what other hobby do you have that? Not too many. Not too many. A lot of them don't want to tell you their little tricks and things. So to that, hats off. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let me get a drink here. I said that too fast. Joey Busick, how's it going, buddy? Good evening. Good to see you in here. So I keep looking for names that I haven't maybe shouted out yet when I see you in the chat. The chat flies by there sometimes so fast. Am I not bad? Yesterday, I had talked about a 3D printed kit that I bought off of Evil Bay. And usually I get burnt, but this is one of the times I feel pretty happy about. I tried to show it on the camera yesterday, and when I went back and looked at the replay of it, well, I did in the when I was editing it, but I didn't pay enough attention, and you can't really see it. So I'm going to show it off a little bit closer tonight. The name of this company is Golden Gate Hobby, and they're out of North Carolina. Golden Gate Hobby out of North Carolina. You'd think you would be thinking California, but they're not. And I'll tell you what, they really, the kit is absolutely really clean. I am totally impressed. Totally impressed. And the price was really good. I think the kit cost me 17 something, 17 and some change. And then the shipping, well, you got the Evil Bay shipping, which they inflate that. You can tell that. But I think it came out to, I think I got $22 into the kit. And Let me, I'm going to try to make a area here and direct the camera the right way. I had another camera set up. I'm afraid to do that again because the last time I was experimenting off the air, and my screen went black. I couldn't get it on again for the life of me. I'm going to make a little thing here, make it a little bit easier to see. And I'm going to put these out and have it all ready here for you. These parts. And I'm telling you, it's impressive. Now, they don't really give you instructions. It's kind of just figure it out. But the details is just wow. Wait till I get it going here and get everything stretched out here, make it look good, and then I'll move the camera here for you. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Some pieces here. The little trim pieces and everything. All right, let me get the camera here. Let's see if I can. I put it on that piece of foam because I'm trying to make it a little bit easier to see. But let me get a pointer here. But man, still can't see it the way I want you to see it. But I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. See that brick in there? Look at the detail in that. The little dinky details. Come on, focus, focus. How about if I do this? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, yeah. I mean, and they're nice and clean. I mean, they're cut really nice and clean. I mean, they got these little, these are gutters. Gutters. Look at on the little gutters. And then your downspouts are over here. They got them here. I gotta have to trim them out. These are the door frames, extra door frames. Quite impressive. I can't wait to start to build this. But I got something already I started. Okay. So I want to finish it before I do. This will be the next kit that I do. Here we go. CV Railroad says he hasn't built a wood kit yet, but I have a Conway NH Roundhouse Hogden Craftsman kit. I need to practice on something less expensive first. Boy, but if I had to give you any kind of advice, well, first off, I haven't put one together yet either, a wood kit. But if I had any kind of advice, I'd say go buy a look for an inexpensive one, maybe off of eBay or at a train show. Train shows, I don't know when they're going to start really going off again, but my recommendation would be, yeah, find something else to practice on. Even if you bought a used one that's already, you know, they put together, it needs a little bit of work or something, tear it back apart and start over and rebuild it. You know, put your little touches to it. Watch Jason Jensen. He shows a lot of good stuff. Hey, there's Roy from Panama. Roy Smith. How you doing tonight? N-Scale Union Pacific Evanston Subdivision. How you doing? Just in case, takes inspiration from Heath. And it shows. Nathan wants to know, what do I like better doing? Do I like putting together scratch building or kits? Well, I really enjoy scratch building. I really do. I don't do it as much as I should, but it is a lot of fun. I also really enjoy putting together a kit, as long as the kit is pretty decent. It isn't missing parts or warped, or the corners don't go together. That's, I think, the biggest frustration with a kit. Because you spend all the money for the kit, and then parts are missing, or things don't meet up the way they should. Especially for what some of these kits cost. I think they should do better. That's my opinion. If I spending anywhere from some of them kits, they're over $100. If you're spending anything from $30 to $100 for a kit, you don't want to be missing parts, and then get a hard time when you're trying to get parts for it too. So, what do I think about the directions provided with the Walters kits? What do I think of them? First off, what instructions? They give you a parts breakdown. That's about it. That ain't instructions. They definitely could do better with instructions. I'm with you 100% on that. So this little kit here, it didn't come with instructions. It does have a no, it don't. It just tells you what comes with the kit, but they tell you how to prepare it. See which, maybe I can put this up on the screen here. Let me see if I can. And this is what they gave. All right. They tell you what to use, how to paint it, and get your best results. But it's kind of like just put it together. You got to kind of guess at it, which it is pretty self-explanatory. So, but it is pretty impressive. I mean, at least I think so, for a 3D printed, something a guy made probably in his basement. I think it's pretty cool. I've never got anything off of, I know John Tanzillo does 3D printing. And I've seen stuff that Vinny has showed off that he got from John. I gotta try him out one of these times. He does nice work too. And but I just thought, this guy's advertising these kits, and it is a kit. It comes in a baggie, a Ziploc baggie. But I'm real impressed with it. I'll show you some other stuff here in a little bit. So I get this cleaned up. I had to spill out all the parts, so I wanted to put it all out there, show you what all you got with this little kit, which I think this little kit's going to be terrific. So, oh, and I want to tell you also about this kit. But reason I bought this little kit, it reminds me, and you know what? I'm going to take some pictures, and I think on my next Not Bad, or maybe when I do the video for putting this together, I'm going to show you pictures of what this little, I can't get this back in, this little gas station reminded me of. Well, my uncle, who is dead and gone, was a great uncle, actually, to be honest with you. He had a little gas station. Oh, I bet it ain't more than a mile from here. And the building's still there. It ain't a gas station anymore. I think somebody just uses it for storage. If they haven't tore it down by now. But it was a little, let me put this up for now. It was a little Sinclair station. You know, the old, remember with the dinosaur? And I remember going there as a kid and visiting him, stopping over and seeing him. And he'd do little things like, you know, oil change. Back in them service station, when you pulled into a service station, you got service. They'd clean your windows, check the air in your tires, check your oil, all your fluids and stuff. Yeah, while you was getting your gas. I know that sounds strange, don't it? Anymore. But I'm not that old, but I can remember those things. I remember when one of the first jobs I had, I worked in a gas station. I did that, you know. I saw the green dino on top of one of the buildings one day. Yeah. Yeah. They used to have that. They used to have the sign. And I'm going to try. It just didn't come with a sign. It didn't come with the pumps. But I am going to really try to get that sign and that pumps for on the layout, because this was going to be a Sinclair station on my layout. Move that out of the way. I put that down just so you could see a little bit better. I was hoping you would anyhow. But if I were to start a business making kits, I would do it to make money along with make cool kits. Cost of living money. Living costs money. Yep. I agree. And whoop, wrong one. There we go. I agree, Joey. And I don't expect people to do it for free. It costs some materials and time, electric. No, but it's nice to get a kit that is clean. And what impressed me with these kits is, now right now, from what I understand, what I'm getting from the literature, he has mostly HO stuff right now, but he said the N scale stuff is coming and O scale stuff. So he's trying to really go. And he has a nice selection in HO, kind of like what Jimmy from DIY and Digital did with his Etsy store. He really went crazy for building buildings in N scale, because he's an N scaler, and it's hard to get buildings for N scale. So he made a whole bunch of them and started a little business doing that. And I guess he can't keep up with it the way he talks. And he has started to do a little bit of HO, but he has more in N scale than HO, which that's a change, huh? You know, and I don't understand why these companies don't offer in N scale the same thing that they offer in HO. The N scalers have really come along, so they can't say the demand ain't there. And I mean, I can understand maybe the trains because of the tooling and everything and getting it all set up and everything. But for buildings and even rolling stock, I don't understand it. There's a lot of that stuff's all done with computer. It'd just be a matter of changing some programming and you got it, you know? Oh, you come up here and visit, Roy. We can relive the good old days again. And you know, I don't even have to put the window down. I'm that close to the tracks. Yeah. My brother, where he lives in a high-rise housing, and it's right across from the Amtrak and CSX yard in Connellsville. he gets some great stuff to look at. I keep saying I'm going to go down there and just sit at the Amtrak seating because they got benches down there that you can just sit there and I I'll sit down there one day with the camera and I'm going to do some serious rail fanning. You can watch some good switching on the CS down the CSX end from there. Or take a chair and even go down and sit underneath the one bridge down there and just watch them switch out. It's pretty. There's a lot of train rail fanning around here that can be done. It's just getting the time and have my health the right to do it. Pittsburgh, Indian Head Valley Railroad. Are you on the Pittsburgh side of PA? Yes. Yes, I'm about 40 miles. That's a good guess. 40 miles south of Pittsburgh. Southeast. I'm a little more toward the little bit east of Pittsburgh. So, yeah, I'm on the Pittsburgh side there, Heath. Sparky says the best thing about N-Scale now is that they have the sound decoders. Still can't see them, but you can hear them coming. It's unbelievable some of the sound they get out of them little trains. I gave Buck. You know what? I wonder if I can. I should have checked that out before I came on the air. Buck sent me pictures of his layout, how it's coming along. He's been working on it. I haven't seen Buck. I haven't been up to Buck's house it's been a while between being sick, his family being sick, and bad weather. I just haven't got up there. But he's been really going to town on his layout, doing scenery, and it's really coming along impressive. He doesn't think so, but it's coming along impressive. Pete's on the Philly side of PA. You got to hook up Pete with Jerry Sattarelli. He's always looking somebody to go rail fanning with him. Some of the other guys around here has hooked up with him. So Kyle, I can still somewhat see N-Scale. Kyle. I know that time I weathered the N-Scale car. It came out okay, but it was a lot harder than I thought it would be. You guys that do that stuff with those N-Scales, I'm telling you, you guys are terrific. You can, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The way they come along with these sound decoders and the speakers, it's unbelievable. I know what you're saying, Tony. Yeah, the vehicles and stuff that are available. Roy brought up, CVV, big trucks and stuff. At Kenworth dealer, it's really something else what they've got now. Yes, you know what? I'm going to bring that up too, Heath. I was planning on doing that anyhow. Heath from Humanity Junction is doing a meet and greet on the 13th, if I think right, if I'm correct. Is that right? Saturday the 13th, Heath, at Northlands. I think that's in New Jersey. If you guys are in the area or going toward that way, you know. Nathan has told me that Northlands is pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome, I guess. I have not ever been there. I'd love to make the trip, but it ain't going to happen. Not this time. Not this time. But, yep. March 13th, noon to 2 p.m. at Northlands in Flemington, New Jersey. Here, I'll put that up on the screen for you, Heath. A meet and greet. And if you guys ain't never been to a meet and greet, they're terrific, period. Anytime you can meet up with your YouTube friends that usually you can only text to them, but you do see them on the screen doing their videos and stuff, and then you get to sit and actually just talk and have a conversation with them. It's pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome, especially if you get a nice sized crowd there or a nice bunch. When we went to Steamtown, man, that is an experience I'll never forget. I get Alzheimer's, I'll remember Steamtown. I'll hear ding, 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 woo, and I'll be there, not bad, that's great. Because it was great. You're there with all your buddies. It's just, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. And if this COVID thing ever just finally goes away, and they open up things, you know, I hope that we can get together for Strasbourg, which we planned to do last year. It got all canceled on us and just didn't come through. And poor Sparky, they got him locked down over on the other side of the border. And if I wanted to go to something that was up that way in Canada, I can't get across the border there. So they made things even tougher here in the States. You got to have this smart ID stuff and everything else anymore to go across the border. It's crazy. World's losing it. So, Pete's train said, I just got cleared to go back to work on Monday. That's great. Good to hear it. And things are slowly starting to come back to normal. Sparky says if we can do Strasbourg, he's aiming for early autumn. Instead of the spring this year, it'll be in the fall, which that'll be really cool because you'll get to see the leaves. The leaves in Pennsylvania in the fall are breathtaking. Breathtaking. Autumn is breathtaking in Pennsylvania, and I lived here all my life, and it still amazes me. I'm going to be 64 years old, and it still amazes me. It's just awe-taking. And in the autumn, I will stop at Horseshoe Curve on the way back because that'll be great. Taking pictures there with all the trees and the leaves and stuff. The train's coming up around the curve there. So yeah, Tony, you got to quit hurting yourself. Tony, I'd love to make the trip someday. You got to quit hurting yourself, buddy. So, what time we got? It's 7:50. I'd planned a couple other things, but I can't get that other camera to work, and it's just too hard. I want you to see what I'm doing. I like the way Vinny got his camera set up to where it shoots down onto. I'll eventually have that. I will have that. So. There's a lot. I don't know what part of PA you like to film from for on the Pensy, but I know over here there's a lot of rail fanning places that you can go to. A lot of railroad history around here that people don't usually brag it up, but there's a lot of it around here. This at one time was a big right 5 miles down the road from Robert from Flying Crow came to visit me last spring. Yeah, that was in the spring. And he came to visit, and I took him out, and we left it. We got together at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we spent all day, and I still haven't touched a tip of the iceberg of some of the places to see all day, just locally around here. I used a tank full of gas just around here, showing them railroad places, history from in this area. It's just phenomenal. Altoona is about an hour and a half, 2 hours at the most, depending on weather and stuff. To get there, Altoona is pretty cool when it comes to trains. Yes, sir. Horseshoe Curve is definitely something that you got to see. That's got to be on your bucket list. It's pretty cool. Joey says he's about an hour from the PA border. North or south, Joey? Yeah. That stinks. That stinks, Anthony. The closest active railroad to you is about 60 miles. Yeah, but you got the ocean and boats. You mean there ain't no intermodal yards over that way? I'd like to maybe this summer put this on from plans. There's a big intermodal yard up along the river in Pitcairn, which is right outside of Pittsburgh. Maybe I can get up there and take some photos and some pictures. Do a rail fanning trip. Do a John go chase some trains. Is Benny having his classes tonight? Does anybody know? Heath, you're in one of his classes. Are you having classes tonight after I'm done? So I'm going to start wrapping this up so that he can get moving. And usually he puts out an advertisement, but I didn't see it. And I've been having real life things going on here, which I'm not going to go into all the way, but Okay. All right. Good. Yeah. So after this, I think tonight, I think he was going to do it about 8:30, but I'm going to try to get out of here. You guys want to promote your channels? Put up your subscriber count, whatever you want to do there. Promote your channels. Anything you got going? Any special video or something that you're putting out? Go ahead and do it now. Go ahead and promote it. On Track Tuesday next week. Redbird Tony, 7 p.m. Eastern. Show him some love. Be kind to him. He's injured. He's handicapped right now. So I have a real good friend from my church that just had that hip replacement done. She thought it was going to be a lot quicker recovery, and it isn't. Her husband's taking care of her good. Well, thank you, John. I did the best I could, but Tanner Man says he's got 1,400. What was it? That just shot by there so fast that he dropped. Yeah, he dropped. Cal Stevens says he's got 81. Try Coughlin says 254. Container Man 1489. Ray Central 127 has 133. Did I miss anybody up there? I don't think. But I think the last time I looked, I got 100 or 802. I finally broke the 800 mark. CP 368 55 trying to get a new rail fanning video. Cool. Redbird Tony 426. Lehigh River Subdivision 4949. Cool if it is. That is a cool number. It's almost like 107, 107, huh, Sparky? All right, fellas. Ladies and all. Lackawanna says he's at 207. Lackawanna Rail Fan. So don't forget some of the last things that go on. Don't forget the meet and greet on March 13th at Northlands in New Jersey. You guys are around the New Jersey area. Not only will you get to see a fantastic setup, because I've seen videos from that place, you're going to meet up with all your friends, your YouTube friends, and really have a great time. I'm going to tell you, if only 4 or 5 show up, it's a great time. I'm telling you. Anytime that you can meet up with your YouTube friends, it's a great time. I'm telling you. I'm telling you from experience. So, Shane's Trains, he's at 211. White wall wheels and one hardcore MOH. What a name! Oh, way to go, buddy. Scott Johnson, you're here. And we're getting ready to shut it off. Check out Vinny after this. Go to Cousin Vinny he's immediately after this at, I think, 8:30, but I'm not positive on it. He might probably start early as soon as he gets set up and everything for his scratch build class. Learn some tricks at scratch building. Watch some guys that are learning from him, and they're making a build. St. Mary's Church Model Railway. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Seven people showed up your first one. And you had a great time too, Sparky, or you wouldn't have done another one. The dining car was interesting. The only thing that the dining car experience that I didn't like, and I'm going to be honest, hey, I'm a big man. They crammed us in there like sardines. I know they have to do that, but man, other than that, it was awesome. The food was good. The company was good. It was awesome. All right, folks. We're going to call this a wrap. Y'all have a very good evening, a great week. I got a build video already started. You look for it probably, I'm hoping by the end of the week. Part one, it's going to be a couple parts because you'll see why. And not bad. Not this next Monday, but the following Monday. I'm doing it every other week now. And I'm hoping they do videos in between. That's my plan. Y'all take care. May the good Lord's will be done in your life. And bless you like it has me. You see that smile? That's because of the Lord Jesus. He did that to me. Before I was I'll rip your face off truck driver. That's what I was. Kind of looked like Roy. Just kidding, brother. But you guys, thank you very much for stopping in. And you have a good week. I'll see you soon. Bye now.